This is how Metro makes beats for artists like The Weeknd. So Metro and Future dropped their deluxe album, We Still Don't Trust You, and I was super inspired by the first track and decided to make a sample inspired by it. The first sound I started off with was this synth one shot, and it's just playing these chords. And you might be wondering, why is this note blue and why is there a slide note here? Because usually if you just add a slide note with the same color as everything, it'll slide all those notes. So say, I'll just play that for example. So instead, if you just want one certain note to slide, you just change the color to say a different color and you make sure that slide note is the same note as the one you want to slide. That's a quick gem for you right there. And the only effects I added to this was a OTT and a hyper chorus, and I also added a kickstart just to add a bit of pulsing effect, and this is what that sounds like. The next sound is his bass one shot and just following the root notes, and this is what that sounds like by itself. Yeah, super basic, no effects added to that. Then I knew I kind of wanted to switch up, like in the intro track for We Still Don't Trust You, where there's a synth bass and then it switches to more of a plucky bass guitar type sound. So I found this guitar one shot from Nami and I just played this pattern. Yeah, once again, it's playing the root notes with just a couple filler notes, just to add a bit of bounce and groove. And no effects on that one as well. The next sound is this siren accent, which I found sick and it kind of fit the vibe perfectly. And this is what that sounds like. And the only effect I added for this was just a shaper box to make it pan left and right. And then I knew I wanted some sort of like lead, some sort of like crazy Mike Dean type of lead. So I found this lead. The problem with the lead is it cut too early. So what I did to fix it is I created a loop point, my own loop point, so it loops forever. So I opened it in Edison. I did the snap to zero crossing just so it doesn't click and pop. I just found 2 points that looped and it sounded fine. And I did file, region, that loop, and then you'll come up with something like that. And then you just do Control A and then drag playlist. And then you should have something like this, and then you just go use loop points. And so now whenever you play it, it'll just loop forever. And so this is the pattern that it just plays. Yeah, super sick in my opinion. I love how it kind of like swells up and like leads somewhere and it doesn't exactly hit on the one. And the only effects I added to this was this guitar rig, the harmonic synth LFO stereo preset, and I turned the mix down heaps, a reverb, and then a delay. And then the last sound I added was this ARP from Codec Stereo, underrated VST. It's the band scanning ARP, and it's just following the same chord progression as the main synth, and this is what that sounds like by itself. And the only effect I added to this was a Fruity Love filter. I don't really know why I added it. And then just an EQ to cut out some of the highs. Then I routed everything to a mixer track and I added a effect track, the basic vintage punch preset, and then just a sound shifter just to pitch it down to. But that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys learned something. Let me know what type of videos you guys are trying to see. Follow me on all social media at Louis Oblin. But yeah, here's the final beat with just some basic pop drums. Peace.